Welcome back to the third round of the 29th All India Open Classical, guys. It's me with the black pieces, and I won this game. I have 2 points out of three. So my opponent has the white pieces, and he opens with e4. I play my as usual French e6, d4, d5. He plays the exchange French. Take, knight f3, knight f6, knight c3, bishop g4, bishop to e2, bishop b4. Uh, I play bishop to b4. Oops, sorry. I play bishop to b4, and my opponent continues with bishop to d2. My opponent continues with bishop to d2. I play castle. He castles. Take. Rook to e8. Knight to e5. Now I think this is a slight inaccuracy because of take. The knight is now pinned to the queen, so I may get some play here. Knight b to d7, queen to f3, unpinning. Now I have to be careful not to move this knight immediately to the e4 square because of the pressure on f7. So I take, and now I move my knight to the powerful square on e5. And now as you can see, this e4 pawn is very weak, and it will be a point of weakness in the future. So c6, just guarding on that d5 pawn. Now I can just continue with a5 and a5 b5 on the expansion on queen side. For example, I play b5. He cannot take, thinking that this is a pin, because after takes the queen is also under attack. Let's say after take and take and take, I will still be up the exchange with a good pawn structure. So this does not work for white. So here he plays rook to e1. I play queen g5, immediately unpinning. I didn't want any complications. He plays queen e3. I had calculated all this. I thought for like 10 minutes before playing queen g5. I had analyzed all the things and all the moves. Takes, and now that pawn is very weak. If I just remove the defender, I may be able to win it. Take. Now here you cannot take with the rook, keeping your structure, because the e4 pawn hangs. So he takes. I play rook e6, preparing to play rook a to e8 and double up. He also plays king f1. I double up. He doubles up. I play g5. Now I have to be careful not to play something like b5, because f4 is coming, and now f5 is coming. Now I can't do anything, and he'll just be in a good position because two connected pawns here may be powerful for him. So I play g5, stopping f4. He plays g3. He just wants to play f4. Now too, I cannot play anything like b5, f5, expanding, because f4 is coming. So I play g4. Now with the idea that if he plays f4, I can capture en passant and take, being up a pawn. So I play g4. He plays king to g2. No use of that because the king is locked. I play h5, defending my g5 pawn. h3, he's hoping to take so that he can play f4, g4. I ignore him. b5, takes, locking his king completely out of the game. King back to f1, a5, I start expanding. Rook 1 e2, king g7. Now I can come out with my king and grab this pawn. He plays that, king g6, king f5, and now king d3 is a big blunder. Correct move was to play f3. So now if I take, he can take this, and I can't take because of this. So I will have to come back, and now he has these double pass pawns, but they're weak and I can pick them up, but still not good for me. So f3 was the correct move, but he played king d3 and blundered. I took, takes, and now this is a easy winning endgame for me. He plays a3, a4. Now I want to put him in a zugzwang where he puts his king to e6, and I can take this 4 on 3 advantage of mine and promote a pass pawn easily. King e6, c5. Now have to be careful not to play b4 right away, because if I do play, then his king can catch up to my pawn, and this will be winning for him and not winning for me. So you have to be careful not to play b4 right away. I play a waiting move, f5, waiting for him to come there, and he does, so he goes there, and now this is winning, and that's checkmate. I win. So goodbye everyone.